welcome and thanks for joining us as we reflect on a milestone achievement of the Division of Student Services and Development's 10th anniversary at the St. Augustine Campus, UWI. In this landscape of higher education, student services and development is paramount. We need those services to help our students develop holistically, and we have to ensure that the experience at university is a positive one. And even if it's a negative one, we help empower them to deal with the various challenges. Let's talk. DSSD is 10.
That's
10
amazing.
years. 10 years. Let's go back a little before DSSD. Remember those days of 4 functions in student
Four
services?
functions, a little pokey house,
There
wooden
you
floors.
go. There you go. There you
Student
go.
advisory services.
Services.
What is student advisory services? Nobody could really.
Nobody. Let's
Yeah.
remember the little 4 functions of financial support, of careers. And you remember orientation?
Orientation.
UE Life.
Listen, chief cook and what washer. UE Life.
UE Life, orientation. And now we have graduated
Remember UE Life in LRC?
in LRC. Right there in LRC. Now, UE Life is part of a division that goes under the Department of Student Engagement with the DSSD. Tell me how that feels. For me, it's like watching a child grow. We
It
started at-
is like
yeah.
watching a child grow. I mean, I remember, staying up, being part of the packaging, packing a production line, putting things in bags,
A few of us.
ticking to make sure persons are there, that they get their chits, that they come to
Correct.
LRC, that we have persons lined up to talk, still feeling our way around the
Correct.
agenda, persons not understanding really what it was.
Correct.
And then it exploded.
And there's the DSSD.
Well, UE Life. Entertainers. Remember Cass?
Cass.
Before Cass was Cass?
Yes, there you go, there you go. Before KES was KES, and all the lovely prizes, that was orientation. And orientation was just a function within student support services. And then we fast forward a few years and we came upon this division when Rhoda recognized, listen, we have student services and it's scattered about the campus. And this function is way too important for us to have silos of support. And she decided, let's bring this thing to the division. And of course, you and I are at the core of the discussion about student services and what it should be. And now we have departments. So the said UE Life is now part of a Department of Student Engagement and falls under the umbrella of UE First Day Experience, if you
Yeah.
please. Right? A whole set of 41 activities and programs under this FY. So tell me, what you think about this whole transition to the division, and what does that mean for the campus as a whole and our students?
Well, I think its time was due. Literally what we did, or what Rhoda did, Prof. Rhoda,
Yes.
was bring the campus kicking and screaming into what is the typical structure in international higher education practice. And so how we support students. And I think, and I'm happy that 10 years later, persons are getting it finally. It took 10 years, but they're getting it. Understanding that student support, student development is all part of the whole journey of students and accounts for academic success.
Exactly.
The fact that you have 8, I always remember,
Yeah.
8 departments.
Eight. Yeah.
And the fact that you're doing all of this on such limited resources, a lot of innovation, a lot of thinking outside of the box.
A lot of that.
You have, as you said, you know, UE Life has always been my pet.
I know.
I know that it's being managed. Is it by Gerard?
It is.
And the fact that we saw something and we understood the potential, I think is something that is still marvelous. In fact, I think we should have written it up as a case study. It's really good. In fact, when you understand the machinery behind it and putting it on, and that and so many other supporting programs that are being done for students. One of the things that I know, and you haven't said a lot about this, Dr. Charles, I remember your advocacy for staff supporting students and this whole adopt a student.
Correct.
Many people don't understand or recognize that this was your brainchild. I wore proudly that pin that says I adopted a student. Yeah. And I think that is something that we haven't fully exploited or explored as yet. I think staff are still wanting to contribute in some way, and perhaps we should do a little more there. I see where your leadership and the leadership of your different managers has taken the department and the division. And so many good things that are coming out of the work that you're doing. The support you're giving to students, phenomenal. The work or the proclamations you make, I mean, I realize too that once you say it's so with students, it's almost like I wouldn't say matriarchal, but you know, it's like because it's you're their friend, but they still respect you as an elder. And I think that a lot of that is translating and seeping into the DNA. In higher education, it takes that long for some things to become the norm. I think the Division of Student Services is in our DNA. I think that the work that you're doing is recognized as important. I think the leadership of the campus has recognized DSSD as important. The deans are there with you, and the students also have embraced the programs that you're doing. I can't keep track with all the different things that are happening. I go right back to you, life. I go right back to World of Work. World of Work.
From 3 events to over 10 now.
All in the support of students. Just phenomenal.
Wow.
Not only that, on a shoestring budget.
And we continue to do it on a shoestring budget. But Registrar, we cannot continue to build further the next 10 years.
I know.
Oh, you know, the passion has driven the scores of student services and development, the passion of the managers, all the other employees of the division, and our team of the division, and of course partners in senior management and our colleagues around the campus and students. So we'll continue pushing through. We hope on this 10th year and the recognition of what has the campus has gained, and students in particular, from the division, that we inject some much needed resources so that we could explode in greater ways as well.
Well, I think that you know, the work that you continue to do is phenomenal. As I said, I'm sorry to be using that word over and over again, but and it's recognized. We all recognize the importance of it for student success. I think that the campus is committed to ensuring that the department continues to succeed, because the department or the division succeeding means that the students succeed.
Correct.
Yeah. So while I know I can commit my commitment and my support, I've always committed to students. Students are very important, and their success is very important.
Well, thank you. So let us do 10 snaps to the 10th anniversary.
10 snaps?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You're assuming that I can snap.
Great. Thank you, Dr. DeFugel, and thanks for the support. 10 years of guiding and steering a division strategically, 10 years of managing student careers and getting involved in community engagement and volunteerism, 10 years of scholarships and bursaries and engaging our students in financial planning, 10 years of orientation, FYE, first year experience, 10 years of student engagement, student involvement, 10 years of student leadership and guidance for students with medical conditions and disabilities and peer tutoring, 10 years of counseling and psychological services, 10 years housing, residential life, student activity, 10 years, 10 wonderful years of building a foundation, which we now dub the Division of Student Services and Development. So guess what? 10 more years of wall building. Congrats, DSSD. Well done.